Adam, get in.
All right.
This chain out.
Are we ready to start?
Yeah, pull the chain out.
Welcome to the Adam Friedland Show Premium Podcast. I got the cast of the original Adam Friedland Show. Guys, Nick is still not here. He's at a Pray Away the Gay camp. But you're thinking evangelical Christian. He's actually at a Jewish one.
Oh.
But the failure rate is 100%. You get more gay there.
Are you reading these off your phone?
No,
What's happening?
I'm trying to set a timer.
Let me tell you, you should do a rewrite.
All right, go ahead, Nick. Or Nick, I called you Nick.
Don't mean to throw a wrench into your...
Oh my
Okay,
God.
well, we're all here because we're homosexual. And
Mr. Mullen, we feel you have something you'd like to get off your chest.
It would be funny if you went to, there was a gay conversion camp that converts you.
that makes you gay.
That makes you gay.
It's called gooning.
What is that?
Hypno pussy. Or hypno...
Well, how's that
It's
gay?
called marching band camp, folks.
Yeah, it's called theater camp.
Theater camp.
Theater camp. It's called prison.
Yes.
Maybe you should rewrite marching band camp, huh?
Whoa! Look at this little boy.
I have our good friends here today. Nick actually had an invasive oral surgery, and he literally cannot talk. So before you think that, we got to figure out where he is. That's where he is, and his address is 20. I'll be posting his address to the Patreon. Guys, how are you doing? We have Mike Recine, of course. The wombat of the comedy. What you have have an animal nickname, Lewis style.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'd be like maybe like a praying mantis.
Praying mantis of comedy.
Yeah.
Why? Because at shows you leave no one alive.
Yeah.
Bite their heads off.
Praying man, is it okay? That's cool. And then obviously we have what's Ian Fidance, the rat homo of comedy, Mr. Chuck E. Cheese himself, Ian Fidance. Folks, thank you so much for coming back. Ian, you typically have like a kind of a visual bit that you were like, oh, I'm gonna do this on the pod, and they're really gonna get a kick out of it. So let's get that out of the way.
No.
You were wearing gloves before this?
I was.
Maybe you do your glove thing, and then we get that out of the way. We go back to.
Okay, I'll do my glove thing.
Okay, let's hear it.
Ian, pretend this chair is a prostitute.
I can't afford it.
What is that? I
my
can't
glove
afford
thing.
it. Oh, you're just wearing gloves.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty funny, actually.
You're
I like
wearing
that.
your little hat.
Yeah.
It's not my little hat. It's a winter hat. It's winter time here in New York City. I
It's
wanted
like
to
you
have.
rolled up a carpet and put it on your head.
It's not rolled up. It's
Is that like a South American
I
style
think.
hat?
It's like
I
a
think.
South
Yeah.
African thing.
South African thing.
It's very apartheid heavy.
Again, there's nothing connecting my family to the apartheid of South Africa. If you want to present me with any documents, I'd be happy to review them, and we can go from there. Actually,
Speaking of documents, have we ever seen Obama's birth certificate?
yes, we did. He presented. Yeah, it's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah,
for cleaning
because
it
he's
up.
very precious about it, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you shouldn't have to show it to you.
Yeah.
But can you?
That's like
Can you
if
tell?
like your wife wants to check your phone.
Yeah.
But it was
right.
pretty incredible because it was Trump. Trump was
Yeah.
the one that said it's not real. He wasn't even in politics, and he forced the sitting president of the United States to present it.
Dude, apparently around the time the Tea Party stuff happened, Trump trademarked the phrase "Make America Great Again." He was thinking ahead of time.
Really? Where'd you learn that? The Burger King Kids Club?
No, in your fucking gay little rat fink Jew society.
Rat Fink.
Free
All right,
Palestine.
guys, we got an episode
Stop
to
it.
do here.
Okay, guys,
We gotta-
we've got to. Okay.
All right, hey,
We
look,
gotta
sorry,
do some.
The gloves are off.
Listen. We're trying to recreate the eating diarrhea Goodfellas riff. Okay, we're not going to
Okay,
do it.
that was a moment of
We're not going to
magic.
do it if we're at each other's throats.
Okay, give me the
So
glove.
whatever's going on with you two
Give me
guys,
the glove. It's crazy
you
that
gotta calm down,
in the
get it
Middle
together.
Ages, in the olden days, like if you wanted to fight another guy, you
Smacked him with your
had to
glove?
smack him with a glove.
Yeah.
Yo,
It is kind of like a little. It's kind of gay, no?
have you
Yeah.
ever been to Chicago and gone to the Medieval Torture Museum?
No.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Keep an eye out for that if you're ever in the Chicago area. What is it? It's like the rack and stuff.
Oh yeah, but people got tortured for the craziest shit. Like
Being Jewish.
you would you would get like your tongue pierced.
See, I don't agree with that.
What?
Torturing someone for being Jewish.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that.
You don't
to your
believe in
Twitter
it.
account. But if you got caught gossiping or slandering, you would have a device that would keep your mouth open, yank your tongue out, and you'd be handcuffed to it like this. For like,
Just for gossiping?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
gossiping.
I love gossiping.
If someone,
Yeah, I gossip all the time.
I love texting. Yeah.
well then give me that tongue, mister.
but I guess that is tortured for being Jewish because we love to
Sure.
tell tales out of school.
Yeah. Yeah. I love going home to my wife and saying, "Hey,
Oh my God, torture that man.
Take that, Black Lives Matter.
Torture that man.
I'm Black Lives
Make
Matter,
him have
you're
a
Black Lives
conversation with himself.
What is it?
Dude, you know what else they would do? If there was a bad performance, you would be locked up in a flute device around your neck, and your hands would be like this for like 2 weeks. And
they did that after you said at the cellar last night.
Actually, I got recognized in the elevator, and someone said I was very funny at the cellar.
Oh, okay.
You fuck, and Recine, she was like, "Yeah, it was great." At the elevator, it's full of people, and he goes, "I'm a comic too."
Really?
He fucking crushed.
Oh, the elevator laughed at him.
I crushed in the elevator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he killed in the
I
elevator.
I said, I'm a comedian too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah.
And the funniest thing is, before we got in the elevator, we were telling old jokes from like insane open micers from like years ago, and you were telling that Gawi joke.
Yeah.
What was the joke? Is it inappropriate?
There
or-
was a guy named Gowie who was like a fixture at a lot of open mics.
Okay,
Yeah, he was
let's
like
hear it.
he was like an older man
Nebbish Jewish man with a speech
impediment.
Okay.
So Gowie has
Gowie.
Like,
He had a
Gowie.
speech.
Yeah.
As an adult, to an adult man that can't. I met a guy at a party this week who was an adult man who couldn't say his R's. It's like I don't want to be in the same room as you.
Yeah.
It's a good time to plug your wife.
Pathetic.
Oh yeah. If you're an adult man with a speech impediment, my wife's cell phone number is 347.
Just call my wife
So I
and
just
talk
give
to
her a call.
Go
Yeah.
out and
Yeah. You
do
can call the house if you want. We have a landline. And the best time to call is between 1 and 4 a.m. when she's in bed with my son and not with me.
What was Deborah there?
Wait, go ahead. So Gowie, what did he say?
Yeah, so he was like this nebbish kind of like older guy. So he had this joke that I always quote because it's so funny. He's like, "Yeah, I used to work at a bookstore, and one time this guy came in and he said, this black guy came in and said, hey man, do you know where the Malcolm X books are?" And I said, "Oh yeah, man, they're over there in aisle 6." And my manager said, "No, Gowie, you're not black. You can't
And then,
talk like
right when he's telling this, the elevator doors
No, I
opened up,
said-
and it was full of people, and there was a black woman. And he goes, "I guess we could have just walked down the stairs."
Yeah, it's one. It's yeah.
It was
taking the
incredible
stairwell.
timing. All right, finish the
He's
joke.
like-
Wait, so
he goes-
I don't
he goes-
understand. Yeah,
and
go
he goes, and then my manager came up to me and said, "No, Gowie, you're not black. You can't talk like you're black." And I said, "Say what?"
That's funny.
Yeah, that's really-
Yeah,
yeah.
that was pretty
And
funny.
then do the follow-up.
And then the second part of the joke, he goes, and then another time I was working at the bookstore, and this gay guy came in and said, "Excuse me, do you know where the Truman Capote novels are?" And I said, "Oh, yes, my good sir. They're over there in aisle 4. And my manager said, "No, Gowie, you're not gay. You can't talk like you're gay." And I said, "Say what?"
That's funny.
That's really funny.
That's a subverting of what
Yeah.
you think. But
Yeah.
why did the manager think he was talking black by saying it's in aisle 6?
Because he did the voice. He goes, I said, "Oh, yeah, man, they're over in aisle 4.
okay, so that's why.
Yeah,
So
he
we got
like
in
talk-
trouble for doing.
Hey,
for
soul
talking.
butter, they're over in aisle 6. Gary.
He's no longer with us. But R.I.P.
dead.
He's dead.
Yeah,
He's dead,
Yeah.
Gary.
Yeah.
What took him?
I don't
Life?
know. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny the people that you do open mics with. Some
I
of us
think about
become
them
very
all the
successful
time.
comedians who made $2,000 next weekend.
Let's hear it for that. $2,000.
Thank you.
Where'd you make $2,000?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Yes.
Okay. Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Okay, so give it up for Mike on his 2K this weekend.
Yes.
Wait, so
Did you make money last weekend in comedy, Adam?
No, I was. 2 weekends ago, I was in lovely Tampa, Florida, at Sides Players Comedy Club. Great club.
I was there.
That is a great club.
3 weeks
Great club.
ago.
I did a one-nighter there.
3 weeks
Great.
ago.
Really good club. I
Yeah,
love how
really good club.
the stage is in the corner.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
kind of hang back there. I like
It's
it.
annoying that you have to walk through the crowd to get on the stage, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like to.
Great club though.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Those,
Tampa's
yeah,
a good little
that's
town.
like kind of the best. Actually, you know the best comedy audience I've ever experienced?
Chicago?
No, that club at Governors out on Long Island.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
It's just all cops like on leave for police brutality. It's like, it's just like
Yeah.
just guys that call like Mike and the Mad Dog. Like they call WFAN. They're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there are too many blacks on the Jets this year. Like that is the best. Like because they're drunk, they want to laugh.
Yeah.
And they're low IQ. Yeah. Mike, there's
they-
too many blacks on the Jets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a private party in Staten Island recently, and I like, and I show up for the gig. It's like there's no microphone, and they're just like, it's this tiny like restaurant, and they go, yeah, you're gonna just perform over there, and I go, all right, I'm a professional. So I like go up, and I'm doing okay, and then I start talking about my kid, and I go, yeah, and you got to worry about your baby dying too. Sometimes, because I'm like, I have a kid. And
People
they
are
go,
having dinner.
They're like, no. They all start going, no. And then this guy who like didn't say anything the whole set, this guy like turns around and goes like, no, move on. So I'm thinking like, oh man, somebody in this room lost a baby.
Oh God.
And I go, all right. So I was fucking my wife's ass the other day. You know
it's
what I
really
mean? Like,
humiliating what they make us do in comedy.
yeah, but if you're a professional, it's like you're not gonna.
as a pro, you're going to interrupt
an
people's
amateur,
dinner.
an amateur would do the dead baby
Would crumble.
joke.
Oh, would do the dead baby.
Yeah, but a professional goes, all right, let me work with you.
Yeah.
Pivot.
I'm not trying to bring up any.
Yeah.
I'm like, but who's got the dead baby, folks? Make some noise.
Y'all clap it up if y'all got a dead baby.
Your baby ever be born and you shaking too much, like a shake weight. And then you realize you looking
What are your
gay.
favorite? Let's go around and say our favorite jokes that we saw open micers from 10 years ago when we were starting comedy. What's the best one you remember?
Yeah, that's a good question because you more remember a lot of the bad stuff, a lot of the bad people, the people that made you.
Yeah,
go,
like that's
what the fuck am I doing?
No,
with my
that's what I
life?
mean. Bad. I don't mean the
okay.
best joke.
I remember
I mean the worst
personalities.
jokes that make us laugh.
I'm trying to think back to like Philly.
I remember
Actually, you
this
know what?
one guy.
Go ahead. Yeah.
This one guy one time he gets on stage and he goes, yeah, my wife's really into Law and Order SVU, So when I try to seduce her, I go, boom, boom, get into the bed. Boom, boom, take off all your clothes. Bow, bow, bow. It was like really shitty. I don't know. I've never seen that guy again.
That doesn't even remotely approach comedy.
No, but
Like
I'm
we're
about to
joke.
fuck you,
no, it doesn't-
Stabler right there.
Bum bum, get into the bed.
He's doing the Law and Order
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, I know.
Bum, 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 bum.
He's like dancing around. Yeah. And he was wearing a t-shirt that was like tucked in with a belt.
There's this guy in DC who's really funny, who like we had like a Funny Moms actually started in DC, and it was like at a bar. It was like full hipster era. There were like like plastic glasses, like Zooey Deschanel type of girls. It was like a white room. And we booked. There was like a big like urban comedy scene in DC, and like we booked this guy that was our favorite. This was like our friend. And he was like, he's like crushing, like, cause it's like all these like white people that are like want to seem cool, He's like, oh, she looked like she got the pink areolas over here, and they're all like, ha ha ha, like he's doing a great job.
Was it Rollo?
It was Rollo, yeah. In the middle of his set, he goes, nah, but seriously, y'all, gay sex is disgusting. And the room goes silent. It went silent. And we were all in the back of the room dying laughing. It's like, how you gonna have sex in a bathroom?
Yeah, they like show too much of who they are.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
for real, gay sex is disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the best dude. We loved Rollo. He's like always up here. I see him at the stand sometimes.
Oh,
but
yeah?
I think he's back in DC.
Yeah. I did a contest in Jersey one time, and I got like second place. And the guy I lost to did a closing bit about how like, yeah, when you try to like fuck your girl and she's asleep, and he like gets onto he like mounts the stool and starts doing like snoring noises, and he's like he's like thrusting while he's going like everyone's like going nuts. Your bit is about raping your wife while she's asleep,
while she's passed out.
Yeah. Everyone's like, ah! And I was like, I just lost the fucking competition. I just lost.
One time I was like back, like visiting my folks in Vegas, and I like Googled like where there are open mics. I went to a mic at a strip club.
Yeah.
And there was a guy that clearly worked at the Star Trek experience on the Strip.
Yeah.
And he like came still in his alien, detailed alien like rubber head and stuff, and he did a whole set about so they got these illegal aliens coming in. He's like, I'm an alien. Everyone's complaining about these goddamn illegal aliens. He did like a whole set, and it bombed. I was the only one laughing. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. But it was just like bizarre. Yeah, I'd never.
I don't remember.
At a mic too, at a strip club.
Do you remember Barbara Todish?
Wait.
She's passed away.
Yeah.
But she
Thank
was
God.
just this like insane woman.
Was she the one that got naked?
Maybe she was older, but she would just come in and just do these insane rants. But then we found out that she was a professor at like Bloomfield College in Jersey. She was like a college professor.
They used to have that naked comedy show at the Creek.
Oh,
yeah.
And
dude,
it
I
was
went in there
really
one time
insane
and
when you
it
see someone
smelled.
bombing.
Yeah.
You see like a girl naked
Smelled.
also bombing.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's revolting. It's like the saddest thing in the world. It's like watching a snuff film.
I forget
What
who,
is
but someone
that?
did the naked roast and they pulled their jokes out of their pussy.
That's funny.
That's funny.
I went in there one time and it just had an odor, and I was
Yeah.
like, I gotta get out of
Were
here.
you wearing
Was it
a
at the
trench
Creek?
coat?
I was wearing gray sweatpants, tight.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
You had the dick print out.
Got the dick print.
They're like, oh, Ian Fidance dropped in.
Hey yo, dude, I forget.
Ian, do you want to get naked and do some time? Ian, do you want to maybe get up there and show the crowd your asshole?
I would do my patented. How does a gay hypnotist make you suck his dick?
You did it as Ron White?
You're getting very sleepy.
Oh,
Because your dick's like a clock.
not mine. Mine is inside of my body, actually.
Yours is digital.
It's I've got what they call a turtle.
Dude, I forget the comics act, but when I first started, I got booked at some bar show in Delaware at some bar called like McGillicuddy's or something, and down in like Middletown, Delaware, and the guy that booked me was like, hey, you're doing 5 minutes, don't go a minute over, and don't do that bit where you sing. No one likes it. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I opened with it and I made eye contact with him the whole time, and it bombed so bad. There was a MILF that came to the show that I was like texting with.
I love
She's like,
MILFs.
I can't wait to hang out afterwards, blah, blah. And she called her ex and he came and picked her up.
They got back together.
I bombed so bad. I sweat through my shirt. I got off after 3 minutes.
You brought a family back together. You did so bad at comedy.
I helped.
That's pretty good.
And then the headliner went on, and his name was The Coach, and he wore a jockstrap on his head. And for a half hour, he did coach as if he was like a football coach, but he talked like this. And then afterwards, he sold signed jockstraps, and he made so much money. And I was like,
Yeah. I did some gigs in Jersey a long time ago, and one of the comics was like shit talking some other like Jersey headliner, and he was like, "Yeah, that guy's such a hack. He comes out of a giant Chinese food container." Something like that. It's like, imagine bringing that with you, like folded up in your car, I guess. And you come out of like, what's that giant Chinese food container doing on the stage?
What was the joke though when he came out?
I don't know.
special delivery.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
There was a guy named Bill Chang, who I used to have to drive an hour to do a guest spot in the back of an Italian restaurant, and I had to build the stage and put all the chairs out and then give comment cards out afterwards after like bombing.
Yeah, it's so sad when you show up for a gig and somebody's like working the door or something, and they're the
Well,
like
that's what we
host.
did for like barking.
Yeah.
Did you ever bark? When you would just like lie to
a couple
people and be like,
times,
"There's
yeah.
great comics on
Tina
this show.
Fey's gonna be in
Come
there."
in the basement.
From
you get a free
NBC,
drink."
Comedy Central. Yeah.
And then you have to go up and be like,
on stage?
yeah, and then you have to go up and be like, "Remember me? You're trapped." You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this guy every weekend he was like the headliner and he would close and his act was the same time the whole time and he faked a Chinese accent. And he was like, I'm up for acting role, and I got it, but then I got fired when I had to do the line. You know the famous line I had to do, Stella, and everyone was like,
Streetcar
this is the
love
best thing I have
Streetcar
ever
Desire,
seen.
of course. Marlon Brando.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Every weekend, and he has
Really?
no digital footprint. I cannot find
Oh,
this
really?
man, and I don't
Isn't
know
that
if he
crazy?
existed or not. Yeah.
Yeah, these people had like I think decent careers because they were able to just do local
Like
stuff.
regional guys.
Yeah, regional guys. Yeah,
They got to be driving a lot for that, you know,
Yeah.
on the road.
Like big VFW hall guys.
yeah.
What
There
do
was
you
a
get
guy-
for those gigs? Like $100?
Back in the day? Probably,
I remember
yeah.
my first time I made
$150 in like 2008 money is like nice.
Yeah, you're.
Like 15,000.
That's
Yeah,
one percenter.
yeah.
I remember I made $100 for the first time after I moved to New York, doing stand up, and I was like, all right, so I just need to do this every night,
Yeah.
and then I realized I'll make $36,000. Yeah,
Yeah.
If I do every single night and
Yeah.
get $100.
But if you could have done that when you were like 22, 23, you would have been so happy.
it would have been awesome,
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
I used to get, when I moved here, because I started in the black rooms in Philly, and black comics would come down
It
from
was
New
that
York.
one of those rooms
Well,
where.
they didn't call it that.
No, they called it the Chitlin Circuit.
Oh, I thought you meant like one of the at the basement of like where you can't see anything, and they're like a blackout room in a gay club.
Hi, welcome to the black room.
Adam, quit screwing around.
You got more? You have more tools down there.
I got more.
Try it again.
All right, here's the drill.
Hey,
Adam. Here's-
You nailed it.
Try it again. You started in the black rooms.
And what? What was I saying?
I don't know, but there was a guy named.
Oh. And all the black comics who come down from New York, I meet them because I got my first MC job at the Urban Room in Philly, the Laugh House. And are you really interested or are you mocking me? Because
No,
you just went like this. And
No,
was
I
like,
just
oh,
feel
wait a
bad
minute.
about that blackout room thing. I know I like gay bash you and like you're my friend. It's like it's kind of lowest common denominator, low hanging fruit.
Yeah, but it's a podcast. We just,
But I don't want to act like that's Ian.
can't
Like
all
I
be
really
winners.
like you as a guy.
we're just throwing stuff out.
We're
yeah.
comics,
I'm just
son.
like-
This is the table.
Pretend you're on Tough Crowd.
Yeah.
So you started in the black rooms in Africa, and were you
It was in a black room in
I
a
was
basement at a gay club in Uganda.
I started in
It's very
Africa.
illegal.
They had a huge urban scene.
Adam, why don't you go back to Africa?
That's
Yeah, yeah.
my therapist made that joke one time.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's like I was like after my mom passed, I told my dad I was like, maybe you should go back. Like that's your home. Like and like for the first time, like when we went back in 2018, I like realized my dad was so like relaxed and he was, and I was like, oh yeah, he was an immigrant always, and like people didn't really understand him, and like that's actually what was going on the whole time I was growing up. And I was
He's
like,
from
maybe,
South Africa originally?
yeah, he's from Cape Town, and like for the first time I was like, oh, he's back home, and like his mom's there and stuff, and
Yeah.
and so I'm like giving this whole impassioned thing. It was like, I just want him to be happy, and like to be comfortable and to be somewhere where people understand him. And my therapist is like, so it sounds like you want your father to go back to Africa. And I was like, oh, I'm a loser. I just got sunned by a guy who I'm paying to listen to me. I'm that much of a fucking boring loser.
Yeah.
That he was like that he dunked on my ass. And then I wrote a terrible Yelp review. Wait, go ahead. So this black guy and what were we saying about the black guy, the black crowd in Philly, or the New York?
Oh yeah. So
the New York blacks.
So when I started to go up to New York,
so the New York blacks would come down to the Philly blacks,
and they'd speak their mutual language.
and they'd put down some cardboard.
Yeah.
And they'd do a break off. They'd stomp the yard.
They would bring me up to New York, and I would just do like hood rooms.
Yeah.
And they would like pay.
You
so
do
I just started
hood
doing
rooms?
like hookah lounges and stuff in the Bronx and Harlem and everything.
They love
in New
hookah.
York. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominicans.
What's that about?
Dominicans love it. I was talking about it with Jamel the other day.
Motherfucker put a tip on a hookah to pass around, but then they all gonna share a blunt. What's that about?
What the hell is that
I know y'all
about?
motherfuckers be eating ass.
Yeah. That's true. Maybe because that's
It's fun though to
Eat ass?
no. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hookah?
Yeah. Hookah's fun.
Anyway, go ahead. So about the hookah and the.
That's it.
What was the end of the story?
There was none.
I'm sorry. I really tanked that story with the blackout room.
No,
and then I brought up this emotional thing about my dad being a widower.
Look, I guess you really put a wrench.
Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking.
Yes!
Now we're cooking.
We earned it, fellas. We earned
All
it.
right.
We earned it.
I don't give a fuck. Okay, one at a time though, and we put the air purifier on. One at a time, please.
How does Nick feel about us smoking in here?
I don't care.
You know what? Yeah. When the mouse is away, the cats will play.
The mouse is away.
He's a little mouse.
Yeah, I think you're a little bit. I think you're a little bit of a mouse, my friend. Not all at once. It's ridiculous.
You're a mouse.
So, Ian, what's this shirt mean that you're wearing right now?
What?
Yeah, what's that? Like, let's do a little art interpretation. Let's see your shirt. It's a galaxy, and then it looks to be a Native American gentleman. Mm-hmm. So, what would you say what's the symbolism of that? What's that all about? Is it for? Oh, and he's got smoke coming out of his mouth, so he's like blazing in the planets.
I'll tell you what it is.
Who the hell would even make that shit?
I bought it at a thrift store in Calgary. Apparently it's Blackfoot. Who's like a big indigenous guy.
Remember that
He's
commercial
back
where they
there.
throw garbage on the Indian?
Yeah, and he cries.
Yeah, it used to like kind of scare me as a kid.
Yeah, and you know he's Italian.
But there's no meaning.
Yeah.
I just like the
Oh,
shirt.
nice, yeah.
I saw it and I liked it.
We had a nice
and
little
I
run
like
show
Native
business.
American culture. I was getting these rings by a Native family in San
Boyfriend?
Antonio.
Oh, San Antonio. Wow.
What about their
And
culture? What
I
about their
knew you were
culture?
going to call me on it, so I brought my Native American book of poetry and
Okay,
prayer.
let's hear it.
Were we supposed to ash, by the way?
In the ash.
How beautiful is this? From Big Thunder. The Great Spirit is in all things. He is in the air we breathe. The Great Spirit is our Father. But
Look,
the
I'm Ian's
earth-
boyfriend.
Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to talk
Hey,
about Mother Earth.
look, guys, I'm a black prostitute.
It's that was like an offensive thing. Ian frequents women of color that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was reading an indigenous prayer.
Oh, okay.
And yet again, the white man had to step
So
on the
this was
Indian.
your bit that you brought to the show, and you did.
You know what's funny, though?
Well, I
you
carry it
held
in
out
my
on it.
pocket
You do.
What
Why?
do you like?
because I like Native American
What
spirituality.
and what do you like about it?
I like that
Rogan is into it, and he wants to have somebody to talk about the first time with Rogan.
Okay.
Is he?
Probably. He's obsessed with Native Americans, I think.
Is he?
I think so.
I heard Native Americans are changing their gender.
Yeah.
You just have to sit there and be
Native
like,
Americans
"Yeah, Joe, I've
did
heard.
have
Yeah, Joe, I've heard that too."
Trans-identified people called Two-Spirit.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
It's part of their culture.
two spirits.
Yes.
So what does that mean? Oh, they have a male spirit and a woman's spirit? So it sounds like they're kind of queer, non-binary.
Yeah, Joe, I heard Native Americans chopped off kids' dicks.
Yeah.
I've heard that too.
I
Can
heard
I
that-
come back on the show, please?
I heard them.
Oh, this is my son, little hatchet.
I heard the
move.
sit there.
migrants are chopping off kids' dicks.
Let me get the ashtray.
Anyway, the Great Spirit is in all things. He is in the air we breathe. The Great Spirit is our Father, but the earth is our mother. She nourishes us. That which we put into the ground, she returns to us.
Now, when you look
Wabanaki
at,
Algonquin.
Now, isn't it crazy that like
Isn't
as
that
much as you,
nice?
yeah, and as much as you like this culture,
Yeah.
like Whitey still ended up winning, wiping them out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you would think if there was a God, that wouldn't have happened.
No,
You
because
think they
God
would
gives
have-
and God takes away.
Yeah, but you would think that these people would have God on their side.
Well, they didn't have the.
They didn't have
the
their
guns.
God was
didn't
nature.
have
Their God
Jesus
was the
Christ.
spirit.
Yeah.
They didn't have the one true Savior, Jesus Christ,
Right,
who died for their
and
sins.
the blankets. With
They were
the,
praying to a crow or something.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
they just got it twisted there. No, I mean I think it's really nice. They are a forgotten people, the indigenous first people in this country, and I do think we should be recognizing them more.
Yeah.
And I actually like.
Do you want to make a land acknowledgement? Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I actually do want to.
Sorry.
I do.
Come on, Ian, stop sucking my dick.
Oh, sorry. Come
Come on, we're doing a show here.
Sorry.
Ian, we're working.
No, Adam had something to say. Yes, Adam.
Ian, come on, we're making a lot of money to do this show. Okay, let's be professional.
I can't mix business and pleasure.
Ian, you can suck my dick after the show. Ian, my wife and kid go to sleep around
Right.
11 p.m. They share a bed. Come over my house. You can suck my cock while my kid's asleep. Okay,
I'm just counting down the baby step 11 o'clock.
honey.
What about Bob?
Honey, who's here? Oh, it's just me.
Hold on, Adam.
It's just me and our super.
Adam was going to do a fun riff.
Okay.
I want to do an acknowledgement of the people whose land this is, please. And you guys are doing that dick suck thing.
Yeah. I don't have to do it anymore.
I mean, we can
I
cut
won't
it.
do it again.
Let's cut it. Let's cut it.
Okay.
I won't suck his dick.
I
So you were
just
going to
wanna-
do the land acknowledgement? I just have one question. How?
Honey, I'm definitely not getting my dick sucked tonight or any night this month.
See, I'm abstaining. I'm abstaining.
Guys, this is off the rails. Okay.
You know Lenny
I just
Dykstra
wanna-
had a podcast called Nails Off the Rails? You guys know Lenny Dykstra?
Yeah.
Oh, because he did cocaine a lot. Okay, so I just want to acknowledge the people whose land this was. We are right now on indigenously Jewish land.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
hey,
let's just give it up to our forefathers.
you fucking hammered that one,
Thanks,
buddy.
brother. Thanks, brother. You know, it's a really pathetic move. I think.
What?
What if like we don't have Ian did it when he was 11. And he sucked a dick.
Yeah.
He started at the right age.
Right.
If the two of us in our mid 30s,
We can't start.
We
Yeah.
can't start now.
It'd be so cringe.
It'd
Why
be
not?
so cringe.
Better late than never.
No, it would be.
Nah, you
cringe.
can't
It's
be
kind of
like
the
you can't be
window
like, oh, I'm
closed.
45. I
Yeah,
suck
but
dick now.
it'd be a funny bit.
Yeah.
I guess.
Just I'm gonna download a couple Cher albums and see get into the culture. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
It's too late to be
It's
gay.
too late.
You know?
Yeah.
It's never too late.
No, that's really.
Matter of fact, I'm mostly gay pretty late at night.
So
You're holding the hammer gaily. I think you're halfway there.
no, I mean gaily to hold a hammer. It's not. What are you talking
Do you know how to
about?
swing a hammer?
A swing a hammer?
I feel like I think I know how, and I probably don't. You gotta do the give it the momentum, right? The.
So let's go.
Ow! Did I literally get hit in the? My kid yesterday hit me in the penis and the balls at the same time.
Really?
I got this really sharp pain. We were playing, and he ran into me. I get hit in the nuts I think once a day.
I hurt my
I'm
penis
gonna
a
start-
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
I'm gonna start
I
keeping a
trip.
tally of it.
You're very clumsy.
And he hit me in a way where it's my balls hurt, but then I had this really sharp pain in my pee hole. And I said, "Ow, you hurt Daddy's PPN balls." PPN balls. Because I had this, because it was the pain of getting hit in the nuts and this really sharp pain in my pee hole.
And the pain in your soul too.
In my soul, yeah.
And now he's now I'm gonna have mommy to
I'm
myself.
I'm trying. Yeah, right.
Penis and my ball.
My girlfriend caught me doing a really disgusting thing the other day.
What?
That I think I've done for maybe over a decade.
Oh, because I have a story like this. You tell yours.
Well, I when I pee with the seat down, sometimes, and I'm wearing socks in the house, sometimes I'll wipe the toilet seat.
Ew, with your sock?
With my sock.
What?
That's disgusting. You know, Adam and I were actually
lazy.
before the show. Adam and I were taking a little.
You know he wipes his dick hole?
Yeah. Well,
You wipe your dick?
with toilet paper. Yeah.
Why?
Why do you
That's
want?
insane.
Why do you want?
shake it?
Why do you want piss in your pants all day?
It's not
You
pissing your
don't.
pants, it's in the toilet.
No, because
Yeah, it's in the toilet.
That is bizarre.
You wipe
no.
your dick.
Yeah, 'cause
and
there's
you
piss
wipe
on
the
it.
toilet with your sock.
With your sock, that's more disgusting. That's way more
Like a guy,
disgusting.
like a
than my-
guy, like a
When
guy.
I have better hygiene than
I
both
know,
of
but
you, you're
Like a
up
guy,
shit
I
creek,
wipe
but
like
then
a
you
guy.
take your-
I
but
wipe with a sock like
but-
a man.
wait.
He, like a woman, wipes after a pee.
Yeah, I wipe my pee like a woman.
Yeah, like a woman.
I shake like a man.
Well,
And
you
that
do.
man, Michael J. Fox.
There was speaking of open micers, there was a comedian in DC when I was starting who had 3 impressions. And every set he would do Barack Obama, Denzel Washington, and then for the finale, Michael J. Fox. And he said,
How'd it go?
I remember once he was like, yeah, so they say they got a new Superman movie coming out. Uh-huh. Yeah. And guess who they cast? And then he does Barack Obama.
How? What
and
would
guess
his
who
Obama
they
line
cast?
be?
And he's like, let me be clear, I'm Superman or something, like. And then he'd do like, I heard they cast Denzel Washington. And then he goes like,
How would he go?
And he's like, oh, I don't know. You know,
Yeah. There was another kid.
Hold on, let him
Okay,
finish.
and then it's like, and then the third time he's like, and I heard they got a new Batman. It was Batman. It was I heard they got a new Batman movie coming out. I heard they cast Michael J. Fox, and then he's like, it wasn't an impression. He would say, "Ooh, Batman got the right shoe on the left foot and the left shoe on the right foot." That was the joke.
Yeah.
What?
That Parkinson's
Makes you put your shoes on wrong.
Makes you put your shoes on
You're
the wrong
dyslexic with
that you're
shoes?
retarded. That's what he thought it was. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was this kid that came to Mike's and he was like this young, like kind of jacked black kid, and he would do impressions, but there was like no writing behind the impression, so he would just get up and be like, "Hey guys, I was riding the bus the other day. I was thinking, guys, what if Samuel L. Jackson and Yoda were on the bus together?" And he'd just be like, "We are riding this motherfucking bus." Like,
That's good.
yes, riding the bus we are.
That's good.
And that was like the whole act.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like I remember back in like the creek and the cave days, like I would be like, I didn't have a job. I would be at the 2 p.m. Friday mic, and I'd look around and I'd be like, if it weren't for the creek and the cave 2 p.m.
Where would
Friday,
these people be? Yeah.
they would be shooting up a mall. There was like it's
Well, that was the unfortunate thing about the creek is it became kind of like a homeless shelter.
well, there was
'Cause they
that
did
one guy
mics there
lived there.
every-
That one guy lived there.
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I felt
we don't
bad
wanna
for him.
name
I
names.
took him on the road.
Tim.
No, this kid Joseph.
Oh, Joseph, the
Yeah, I
Mets
gave him,
guy.
like, my clothes
There was the
and
Mets
took him
guy
on the road.
The Mets guy. He wore Mets stuff every day.
And dude, he was like so funny 1 out of 10 times. Dude, I did a set in Stand Up New York, and someone wasn't there for checks, and he was there, and they were like, "Hey, is this kid funny?" I go, "Yeah. I brought him on the road like a month ago. He's great." And he was up, and he was like, he did some bit about like it was like a minute-long act out about his cat trying to get a hair out of its own ass, and he was just on stage in a fur coat going, "Oh, oh, oh!"
Just bombing?
Like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah.
That guy-
just eating shit.
That guy would. For some reason, every time I'd be in the same room as that guy, he would big dick me like I was nothing to him.
That makes me
And I was
love
like,
him.
yeah, it's amazing, honestly. Like he had the absolute worst body I've ever seen on a man. His body was insane. It was like somehow like he was like had the skinniest, like he didn't have muscles, but then it just kept getting bigger and bigger as it went
I
down.
think
It
we're
was-
thinking of the wrong person.
maybe I'm thinking of a different guy.
I
Joseph
think I
what?
know who you're
The
talking.
Mets guy.
No, this kid was Joseph. I think you're thinking of a guy.
We're not going to say his name. you know the Mets guy. The Mets guy, he would be like host shows and like I would tell him my name. He'd be like right before you go up, he'd be like, "What's your name again?"
Were you talking about Mr. Jokes?
No, not Mr. Jokes.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Loved
He was a
Mr.
really
Jokes.
nice guy.
Yeah.
He was a really nice guy.
A week before he died, he gave me one of his CDs.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
One of his
albums.
Oh
yeah. Oh, I thought he gave you like Papa Roach or something. Yeah.
I wish.
Just like a CD from his
Dude,
car.
I did a show with Dr. Katz in Philly, and he drove all the way from Staten Island to see Dr. Katz, his like favorite comic.
Yeah.
And he saw Dr. Katz, and Dr. Katz had to go up early and like leave. And I saw him, and I go, "Are you sticking around?" And he goes, "Well," I go, I'm up in like 2, and he goes, "I've seen you enough." And he just drove all the way back to Staten Island. I was
He
like,
looked
"You're the
exactly
man."
like Peter Griffin.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Rest
Yeah.
in peace. Good guy.
Yeah, he was a sweet guy.
I thought he was so funny.
There was a guy, the one I'm describing was the one that had like a Mets hat and Mets t-shirt, different variations every day.
I remember
And
this
he'd be like hosting a show at the Creek, like upstairs, 3 audience members. And he'd be like, "Yeah, so like, how do you say your name again?" And I'd be like, "Adam Friedland." And he'd be like, and then he'd be like, "All right, I got it. And then he'd like go up, he's like, "Next comic coming to the stage, Adam," like, yeah, whatever the fuck. Just like,
Yeah.
just like, I was like, this guy is absolutely murdering me.
Yeah.
like execution style murdering me.
That's the best.
And I never had a comeback.
Just for
I'd
no
be like,
reason.
oh.
But he just like wanted to fuck with you.
I don't know what it was, but
Yeah.
he did a great job also.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't, he was winning. I was the
funny.
loser. Yeah.
That's so funny.
But he had just the dumpiest, worst body I've ever seen on a man. Like the way, it was like,
just totally owning you.
it was just like his hips and ass were like, you know when like a Midwestern mom stops being a woman at a certain point?
Oh, like a bowling pin.
Who
Yeah.
was it? Can you write it down?
I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
You also just
I don't
showed your
remember
phone to the
anybody.
camera.
I don't remember anybody who wore Mets gear at the Creek.
Maybe he's like literally like a Bagger Vance, like a
Yeah.
ghost that would like arrive just and insults me. Yeah.
Yeah.
A magical, not the Negro, but some other type of, yeah.
Jesus.
It's a film term.
He was a different race.
Magical Negro. Have you ever met one?
I mean, I started in the rooms.
You did.
I think a black guy that did match.
I swear to God, I think meet an old black man who I'm pretty sure was a ghost that just arrived.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like he was just to provide wisdom at the pivotal moment.
Where? What happened?
I just got my dog, and it's a pit bull, and I'd never owned a dog before, and she was had traumatic, and then I'm podcasting. You know I'm podcasting.
Who's that?
Steel ball and chain.
Fucking old.
The old.
The old bitch and chain, dude.
Yeah, let me answer it. Bark, 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 bark.
You doing it?
That'll teach her to
Squawk.
fucking call.
Okay, so yeah, and then my dog got in a fight. Like I'd had her for 2 days, and I was like, obviously it's ridiculous. I have a pit bull. Like it's a Jewish guy walking around Brooklyn with like a murdered dog.
Yeah.
It must look ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know like that she wasn't good around other dogs, and then just a bloody like pit bull fight on the street. She sees another dog.
God.
The other dog gets aggressive. She gets defensive, and then she has like her jaw locked like this, right?
Adam.
And it's in Clinton Hill in Brooklyn, so it's all like, like Karens and like strollers and stuff, and like a crowd forms. They're like, make it stop. There's blood spraying. It's like horrific, right? Both dogs live. They're both fine.
Did you get in trouble?
They were like, both dogs like attacked each other, but yeah, I was like, we exchanged information. I was like, I don't know dogs. And I was like telling the guy, like as it was happening, I was like, I don't know what do we do?
Yeah.
And then like this old man, like literally just like, I think he appeared out of nowhere. He's like, you want to get them boys to stop fighting? You got to put a stick up that dog's ass.
Yeah, you shove your thumb up their ass.
Yeah, and I did. I put a stick up my dog's ass, and she let go. So that's how you stop a fight between dogs or
also
people.
how you make a man.
You had a joke about that. You said, I think that would get anyone to stop fighting.
Yeah, I think you could get people if. I guess maybe not. If you put your thumb in a guy's ass while he was about to fight, I'm not gay.
It'd make me stop fighting.
Have
and
you had a
jerk off.
homeless guy ever just a crazy person on the train just be like, I'm not gay? Like to you?
Oh, years ago.
Yeah, it's happened.
Years ago,
plenty
outside
of
a
times.
cabin.
Yeah.
And I was headed to secretly go to a gay bar called The Cock. And I was like, me neither, pal.
No, it's happened like plenty of times, and I'm just like, I have headphones on. I'm just like minding my own business, and like guys will just like go up to me and they'll be like, "I ain't with that gay shit," and I'm like, I don't know, like I guess
You
like
just
my energy is so
anger.
yeah.
People
People yell at me
jump.
all the time. I get yelled at all the time.
You have such a yellable demeanor.
People don't like me.
Yeah.
Just like
Even
naturally.
when they know you.
That homeless guy punched you in the head that one time.
I got
right?
punched in the face.
No.
Yeah.
You said you were gonna buy me a coffee.
No.
Yeah. I told you, give me a coffee. And
What
we're-
happened?
Yeah.
Probably someone else who looked like him said he was gonna buy him a coffee. And
Yeah,
walked
another-
Did you
away.
hit him
Me.
back?
Another.
No,
you,
he
yeah.
ran away into the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got assaulted on the street.
Yeah.
And then,
You fool.
yeah. Honestly, it was one of the nicest Nick has ever been to me. I just I texted him. I said, I've been assaulted by a vagrant. And he's like, I'm coming there right now. No one hits my girl.
He's got a trauma blanket around you. Like the end of Die Hard.
Yeah, I had one of those tin foils, like if you're a hostage situation.
Oh, God, that must. Oh. Were you injured?
I was bleeding on my face.
Oh.
I mean, I was
Did
fine.
you see the punch coming?
No, it was out of nowhere. He sucker punched me
Jesus
in the
Christ.
face. Yeah, my glasses fell. I couldn't find them.
That is the worst.
And also,
When
I was with my friend Ari, good guy. I shouldn't say his name. And
He didn't do anything?
He didn't. He was just like, "What the hell?" I was like, "You should have defended me, my honor."
No one hits my Adametta.
No one hits my girl.
No one hits my Amanda.
Anyway, let's. We got 15 minutes left on this podcast. Let's do a real.
You were talking about getting caught, your girlfriend catching you doing something. One time, Deb came home from work early, and it was like the daycare hours, that we like pay a lot of money for. And I was just on the couch looking at Instagram with my dick and balls out, and there like with my little soft dick, and she just comes up and sees me like looking at my phone with my dick out, and there's just like nothing, dude. There's like nothing I could say, there's like no excuse. She's like, our sons, we're paying for daycare right now, and you're sitting on Instagram with your dick out.
Why did you have your dick and balls out?
Because I was like watching. Because I was watching sexy Instagram stories, probably.
Work,
He's like,
penis,
okay,
work.
it's time to get to work, Mike. I go, well, actually, maybe that'll lead to a funny story on a podcast someday.
I've been saying this on stage, but
I'm trying to live a funny life.
My girlfriend walked in on me crying like a couple of months ago, like after that hospital got bombed. I was just like, this is horrific. It was like at the beginning of the war.
Because they didn't kill enough people?
Yeah, I was
You were crying.
I was like, but the tunnel is still there. No, it was like at the beginning of the war, like we were just looking at dead bodies every day on our phones. Yeah. And at a certain point, I was like, I'm just gonna read. I'm not gonna look at. It's just like you used to be able to like live your entire life without seeing just the
horrors of reality.
a dead child, you know, and then like it was like fucked up that you could just watch the war on your phone. And I just was seeing it, and I was like, "This is fucked up." And I was like sitting there, and I'm like, "This is horrible."
Yeah.
And I was like, had tears coming down my face, and then my girlfriend walked in, and she's like, "What the fuck are you crying about?" I was like,
Leave me alone. I'm masturbating.
I was like, "Dude, it's this war."
No, honey, I'm actually really sad about these dead kids.
And I was like, "No, it's this war, babe. It's the war, and it could get bad." And she's like, "Yeah, but you're not in the war." And I was like, "Yeah, but you know, like it could get bad. Like Hezbollah could invade." And she went, "Yeah, but he's like a little guy." She thought like.
What?
Oh, no.
That's Hezbollah.
Women are so
That's nice.
stupid.
Yeah, they don't know anything.
They don't know anything.
They don't pay attention to
She's like,
anything
"Wait,
that's
but
going
it's
on."
a little guy. It would be so cute though if like that little guy just marched into Israel and killed Netanyahu.
And he's got 2 machine guns
Yeah,
with
he's
the
like-
bullets around his chest.
Bullets are bouncing off of him.
Yeah, the IDF is just like missing, like it's like a naked gun or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
He's doing
God.
flips and stuff.
Has bullets just
He's a little boy.
He's a little guy.
little guy.
Adam's crying about Hezbollah.
It's so embarrassing. I was crying, but then she immediately
It's not
like.
embarrassing to cry. It's okay. To
No,
cry.
it's not.
You don't want to be crying in front
You
of
don't want to be.
You don't want to
caught.
be making it
Caught,
about
yeah.
you.
That's the thing.
You know, you
Yeah.
don't want to be making it about you.
Yeah,
At
but
the
maybe
same time, it's
maybe
just like
it was something deeper than that.
What?
Maybe it was something deeper.
No,
than
but
that.
it's just like it was like 2 weeks in, and then every day we were just like 100 dead bodies you looked at.
Yeah,
you know,
it's hard.
It's just like it was like psycho.
Yeah.
and I was like, is this like it's not? It makes you a person crazy.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So I'm the victim of the IDF.
Yeah.
I'm the real victim of Hamas. No, but I was thinking the other day.
You could say it's Hamas that's making you sad.
I was thinking the other
their
day
actions.
about maybe healing the Palestinian-Israeli conflict through comedy. Just going and making them laugh. You could set up a show, the 3 of us.
And you
could
go,
do
yeah, sometimes you got to worry about your baby dying, and they go, move on, don't talk about this.
Did you want to hear a joke Rich Voss has?
Please.
Go ahead.
How many Palestinians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Oh, yeah?
None. They don't have electricity.
It's not funny.
It's pretty mean to them.
He opens with it.
That's not funny.
It is funny because he's wearing a fedora.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty funny. Yeah.
And he has a lisp.
Yeah, he's got a
It
lisp.
is funny.
Right,
It's a speech impediment
In the
as an adult
context,
man.
And he like can't read.
He's illiterate.
He
has
like
a
can't
fedora.
read or write.
I love him so much.
There's too much. That's what I'm saying
like
about
him too.
comedy.
That's to me that's the
gets
most disappointing
nasty.
one.
What?
Voss.
Oh.
Just because I like him personally
love
so
Voss,
much. You
personally,
know?
yeah.
But then you see him be like, they're raping our women.
I know, but it's like we shouldn't.
he
Just like
spelled
you
raping
said,
wrong?
Just like you said,
They're rapping our women.
They're rapping our women.
They're rapping our women.
Just like you said, we shouldn't be seeing dead bodies all the time. You're totally correct. We shouldn't be seeing our friends' thoughts and
Yeah.
opinions all the time.
We shouldn't be seeing Rich Voss's post. The one that he put through spell check 8 times.
No, but
and
it was
still came out
funny.
all
Words are
fucked up.
capitalized.
Yeah, it still came out all fucked
It
up.
was funny, yeah, because that's like a moment, and I think it's like kind of how stupid our times are. But you have to make a statement now.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
all about like, and I remember like I really felt like I was going insane when I was watching like Sunday Night Football, and they were like, the Green Bay Packers condemn Hamas's attack.
Yeah.
And it's just like it was.
Now let's get back to them smashing their heads together and ruining their brains so they can murder their wives later. It's so stupid.
But like, what does it do if they condemn Hamas? It breaks Hamas's hearts. Like, what is that? It makes them
Hurts
feel
their
bad.
feelings, yeah.
Please come over. The Green Bay
cannot
Packers no
believe
longer
this.
like us.
Him, Schumer, sure. I love Schumer.
I don't want to rape her anymore. I thought I wanted to rape Amy Schumer, but after that post, that's disgusting.
we lost Gelman. We lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost Rappaport.
That guy was my boo.
He
I
was
love Copland.
he was a god to me.
Man, I started watching Copland. It was so good.
Superboy.
I've watched it like 4 times.
I love
yeah.
that movie
It's
so
It's such good
much.
storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cast in that is unreal.
Yeah. Well, Stallone was like my hero, but I think he did a IDF fundraiser, so I'm not sure.
We lost Stallone.
Rocky no more?
Stallone
I can't do
did an
accents.
IDF
Who the fuck
fundraiser?
accent am I doing? I'm
Wait,
like,
but what did he do?
I think so,
It
yeah.
was like,
yeah. You gotta go in the
chopping
tunnels
babies' heads
and-
off.
the amount of anti-Semitism going on is like.
They raped so many women, guys.
Hey, let me ask you something. How long you think they put on the timer in the microwaves? Like a potato?
His brother.
All right, that was Sylvester Stallone, everybody.
Thank you. Nailed it.
Thanks for your time.
And this is how you swing a hammer.
No, his brother's Instagram is amazing. Frank. Yeah. Frank hates the libs.
Yeah,
He
Really?
hates them.
Oh, that's great.
I saw once I think he was tweeting at like Judge Janine from Fox News.
Janine Pirro. Yeah.
And he said like,
She's the lady
"Oh."
that yells at the news. She's like, yeah.
He wrote, and this is how he spelled it. He goes, Judge Janine, you're one of the sexist best minds on TV. Because he's just trying to say sexiest.
And it was liked by Rich Voss.
Probably.
Yeah. They're rapping our women.
Yeah. They're rapping our women.
They're rapping our women.
You're one of the sexist best minds on TV. He was like replying to her.
Everybody sucks.
Everybody's so fucking
Everybody
stupid.
fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, life is shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a really sad time. Trump needs to, they just let him win now.
Yeah.
Just let him win
It's
now.
all right. He'll be back soon.
Dude, it's going to be so.
I can't wait.
The boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town.
No. I mean, to be honest, like, I don't know. It's.
Yeah.
I vote Bernie every year. I write him in.
Nice.
I still hold out hope.
No, I mean,
We were sitting around the table on Thanksgiving, and my grandma goes, "Did you guys watch the Macy's Day Parade? Because I heard they were going to make it woke."
They did.
I'm like,
They put a green bandana around Snoopy.
yeah, like, oh, here comes Spider Person.
It's Garfield. I hate Mondays and the Israeli occupation.
and injustice. Yeah. I hate Mondays and transphobia.
They're gonna make the Macy's Day Parade woke. Who gives a shit?
Garfield.
Jesus Christ. I love lasagna and freedom fighters.
I love lasagna and kids getting hormones. Hey John, can I get some estrogen?
Dude, I did for the Pride Parade. I went on the bar
John, give me some
stool.
estrogen, you fucking bigot.
I was on the Barstool parade float, and they let me have the microphone
At Pride.
Yeah, at Pride. And I go every year, and I'm like
On the
part of the
Barstool
gay
float?
representation for Barstool Sports.
You're the gayest guy they know.
So me and Joey Camassa are just blowing each other on the fucking Pride float. But I had the microphone, and I was like, "Who here believes love is love?" And everyone was like, "Woo!" And I was like, "Who here is gay?" Like, "Woo!" I was like, "Who here thinks Fauci was a liar?" And one of them scrambled over and was like, "Our sponsors!" And they yanked the mic away from me.
That's pretty funny.
And the last thing I said was, "The Fauci ouchie was evil." And I got in trouble.
I haven't heard that in forever. Fauci, ouch.
Oh, it's my favorite. Oh, I love it.
I remember, when Occupy Wall Street was happening, Nick and I had a joke about going there and pretending that it was a rally to legalize weed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just getting their reactions to be like, "You're not taking this seriously enough." People are trolling the rallies these days. I've been seeing some reels.
What do you mean?
There's one guy. I think it is kind of funny a little bit, but he was like
Walter Masterson.
Is that what is it? Is that
is
what
his
does he
name?
do? Where he street interviews teenagers. Would you let what if your girl, they ran a train on your girl for $2 million? And he's doing it at a Trump rally. No, at a Palestine rally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, what would you have? What if your daughter, what's your body count? Going up to girl.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
You gotta laugh, I guess.
You gotta laugh.
You gotta
What else
laugh.
are we gonna do?
It is pretty funny.
We're living in hell.
Yeah. You know what we can do is we can give me that. One thing you can do is you can go to Nancy
Smash the
Pelosi's house and smash the patriarchy. So if you catch my drift, her husband's skull is the patriarchy.
That was the craziest video I've ever seen.
Dude, it was insane, and then it just went away. I went down.
No
Oh
way.
yeah. Remember when we were in DC together and I stayed? I went to the Mark Twain Award for Adam Sandler, and I was fifth row, right? And Nancy Pelosi's in the row behind me, and Judd Apatow comes out and he goes, "Please stand and applaud for Nancy and Paul Pelosi." And CNN
Well, they didn't
was
do
there.
anything,
bro.
He just got his shit rocked.
CNN was there, and they brought the camera to me, and I
To
went,
you?
"Boo!"
Wow. You're like Forrest Gump. Really? Somehow. Come on, other people have to use that.
Stav used to do it on Cometown also.
Yeah.
What did
I watched
you
his special. It was good.
He's fire.
Yeah.
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 He's an institution.
Guy knows what he's doing.
Guys,
Great podcast too.
Cometown.
Did you rip ass?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Your turn.
Yeah, I guess let's just go over how you guys are doing on your New Year's resolutions.
My New Year's resolution is to plug my website, ianfinance.com.
Okay.
I'm in Seattle this weekend, Portland, Sacramento, San Francisco, San Diego. I'm going all over. Patreon.com/beanianpod.
And how about yourself?
I got Raleigh, Chicago, and Cincinnati coming up, baby. Go to MikeRacineComedy.com for tickets. And check out my podcast, Out for Smokes, that I do with Sean McCarthy and Scott Chaplin.
And
Yes.
what's that about? Your father's left you for
Yeah, it's about
kind of sad thing to do a
Yeah, it's
podcast
about a divorce.
Yeah, it's about divorce.
March
guys-
8th and 9th, I'm at Laugh Boston. I got other dates being announced soon.
I'll tell you what, you guys might laugh at me. I do feel like this might be the year I lose a bunch of weight and keep it off.
Really?
I don't know.
What's your plan?
I feel like I've been doing well. I
Not
live
having
close to a
enough money
gym.
for food?
No,
Jesus, Adam.
I steal my food.
I steal too.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that, this is really fucked up. When I had $0, I
You paid for it?
paid for what?
You paid for your food? Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't have enough money for dates. So I tell a girl
Let's walk.
no, I'd
And
say,
let's get a hot
no,
dog.
I'd say every guy takes you to a restaurant or a bar.
You're like, I'll pull you around
wanna
his rickshaw.
I want to cook for you, right?
Yeah.
And so I priced a meal. Okay, the podcast's over. No, I priced. No, listen.
We'll be right back. Join us on a regular
Well, we gotta-
episode
no,
of
let me finish it.
the
Let me-
Adam
we
Friedland
gotta do
Show,
another one.
starring Ian Fidance and Mike Racine.
Let me finish this.
I bet it's worth
So I had to. So I tell a girl I didn't have any money. Every guy takes you to a restaurant or bar. I want to cook for you, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're
That's
so
so intimate,
sweet,
though.
right? Okay, so intimate." But I just didn't have enough money, and I had this meal that I'd priced down to $7.25, right? And it was a
Per
spaghetti
plate or total?
total. I stole some of the items.
Yeah.
And it was a spaghetti bolognese, and because
Chef Boyardee.
No, because ground beef was more expensive, I would get ground turkey. So I'd make this I'd make a heavy spaghetti and meat sauce
With a ragu.
for a girl. But then I realized in retrospect that I was giving them a turkey gravy, and that that has tryptophan. And I was literally doing a light Cosby on
Yeah,
those.
yeah.
Yeah, I was making them sleepy from...
You heard it here,
from
folks. Adam Friedland, known rapist.
No, it wasn't on purpose.
Accidental
They didn't
rapist,
go to
Adam
sleep.
Friedland.
They didn't go to sleep either.
Adam
But I
Friedland.
realized I was that's a heavy meal to give a
Chemically
woman.
drugging
She's
women.
like, oh, what is this? Is more lean? Isn't it turkey sauce? And he's just rubbing his hands together.
Yes, get ready for a trip to baby.
Take that, Tomas. We'll be right back. Thanks, guys.
All right, let's pee and then.
That was great.
Let's be. I gotta make one call.
All right.